Coaching supplements, if you would like to look at those, we've got those listed by school. Each school's listed, and the person that has accepted, signed to accept the duties, and the principal that has agreed to accept those people for the coaching supplement. They've been sent to the central office, and we're ready to approve those. So I'd like to recommend that we accept those from each school.
Can I ask a question? Are all of these coaches, do they work in the school, or do any that work outside in a different school?
You know, I looked through them. I can't say that I remember seeing any that worked at one place and coached at another. There might be one that slipped under my radar. Yeah, Stanley Williams from Crossville is helping Bobby Coker with basketball. He's the only one.
Okay, you heard the recommendation to have a motion.
I'd like to
wait, we need a motion in a second, then discuss.
Okay.
So Mark moves.
You making a motion?
Do I have a second?
Discuss.
Yeah, we need a motion in a second, then all questions and discussion.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay. Okay, now, Matt, go ahead.
I know we're having a there's a hearing tomorrow on the Neil Thrash issue, and the determination of what that happens. The case may be dismissed, and which would mean that everything would go as we thought it might, or the judge may order something different. So I would like to pull all of the basketball out of 5 and table that to the next meeting. We may have a resolution on that by the next meeting possibly, but I'd like to table those.
Okay, look,
Yeah, I was going to do that before we had the motion.
okay, but anyway, after we have the motion in a second, I think that's the proper time to do all this. But my thinking is, and I don't have a problem with doing that, but whatever we do here tonight, a judge's order will supersede, what we do here tonight. So, I don't feel like it's necessary to do that, but if y'all want to, it's fine with me, because, whatever. Whatever.
I'd also like to do the schools individually. It's just what I'd like to do.
All right. But, I mean, that's just my 2 cents worth. So, we'll do the schools individually, and on 5, you want to pull out that basketball, right? Okay. So, till we vote on this, I guess no 5 basketball will be getting any supplement because the board did not approve. Correct? Correct?
Well, we're going to retroactive it anyway. They've already been working for a month or more. So
You could make it.
we're we're not going to retroactive.
Yeah.
We're retroactive.
Coaching supplements will not start being paid until October.
Right. So we still got
Okay,
time.
okay, we got
got
time.
to make that in.
Okay.
But even if we didn't do it, we could retroactive.
Okay. School attendance.
Okay, you want me to list each sport and each coach, or just recommend the whole at one time?
You got to move on forward. They need to withdraw the second motion, and they're going to recommend it individually. We have a recommendation on for the whole group.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, we do have a motion second to,
I withdraw my motion, if that's what we need to do.
okay, we'll do it that way. I don't think it's necessary. So, Jeff, will you withdraw your second?
I will.
Okay. Now, Mark, will you withdraw your motion? Okay. Okay, now we need a motion how we're going to do this. So, somebody stated we're going to do it by school and pull 5 basketball out as a separate vote.
Well, I think we just approach it just like we do the certified personnel. If we want to pull this one out, pull this one out. And if that's the way we want to do it, I'm not sure we need a motion. We just say we want to pull those, we want to go to the schools individually.
Okay, that's fine. But we do have to have a motion to do this, because we took the second away and we took the motion away. So we're not gonna vote on anything if we have a motion to do this.
There's no change in the percentage going, for example, head football coach, 15% of their base salary, right? And basketball is, all of them's on percentage, right?
Yes.
Can I make a motion? Is that a yes?
Okay?
Floor is up.
Probably.
Well, let me make it, and you can tell me if I can.
Okay.
I would like to make a motion to accept the Collinsville coaching supplements as presented.
Okay. But we hadn't had a recommendation, so.
He's made a recommendation on all of it, so how we split it up shouldn't make a difference, should it?
Well, it might not make no difference, but that's not the way we've always done it. So what we've done.
I don't know how we've always done it.
Because we ain't ever done this before.
Well, that's what I thought.
Okay, so the deal is now, he is fixing to make these recommendations.
He's already made a recommendation. Thank you. Maybe he's not.
You want me to read the names and the assignments
Do that.
by school?
That's what I like, yeah.
Oh, Lord, well, we ain't gonna get to eat supper at 10 o'clock. What he's fixing to do, we have just, the board has requested that he do it a little different than all of it put together. Do we agree to that? The board is requested to do it a school at a time and pull out when we get to 5, pull out that basketball. Am I right?
I think that's correct.
Only one question's 5, right? Everybody else?
I've got other questions, so I may throw another question.
Okay. What we're gonna do it a school at a time. And, when he gets through doing Collinsville, because it's first, we'll vote on it. Then we'll.
I'm good with Collinsville, so that's the reason I mentioned
Okay.
him. The first one on the list, so.
All right, Mr. Superintendent, you say right now, I recommend what's on this list for Collinsville.
Yes, sir. I'd like to recommend coaching supplements for Collinsville High School for the 2014-2015 school year. Ernie Willingham, head football. Riley Edwards, assistant football and baseball. Charles Dutton, assistant football, B-team, assistant boys basketball. John Tidmore, junior varsity football, head boys basketball, head girls basketball. Dustin Bryant, junior boys basketball, 9th grade, 8th grade, and 7th grade. Junior high girls basketball, head volleyball, B-team volleyball, and JV baseball. That guy has no life.
I'll make it.
Betsy Arnold, junior volleyball. Claire Chandler, softball, JV softball, junior high softball. Julie Little, boys soccer. Anna Walker, varsity cheerleader. Allie Jones, junior high cheerleader.
Okay, you hear the recommendation?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Mr. Bobo moves.
I will second.
Matt? Okay, any comments or questions? All in favor? It's unanimous. Okay,
Crossville Middle, coach supplements for the 2014-2015 year. I'd like to recommend William Chandler, junior high middle school football. Justin Crowley, junior high middle boys basketball, 8th and 7th, and then junior high middle baseball. Ashley Bryant, junior high middle girls basketball. Kristen Ryder, junior high middle volleyball. Melissa Coker, junior high middle cheerleader.
okay, you hear the recommendation to have a
I'll
motion.
make that motion.
Mr. Bobo. Do I I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Mark, any comments or questions? All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, next page.
At Crossville High School, if we got any we want to pull out separate.
All
Okay.
these are teachers at Crossville.
Yes.
Coaching supplements for 2014-2015. I'd like to recommend for Crossville High, Brian Cloudis, head football, Mark Quarles, assistant football baseball, Randy Haynes, assistant football JV baseball, Donnie Stevens, assistant football, Chase Parker, assistant football, Kurt Jonas, head boys basketball, Dwight Rusk, B team and assistant boys basketball, Justin Crowley, junior boys basketball, 9th grade, John Peppers, head girls basketball, Byron Fricks, JV girls basketball and boys soccer, Megan McAnally, head volleyball, Audrey Nugent, B team volleyball, Crystal White, boys and girls golf, Christy Works, soccer, girls, Misty Hicks, varsity cheerleader.
Okay, you hear the recommendation,
I'll
have a
make
motion.
that.
Mr. Bobo, have a second? I'm gonna give that to Jeff. Any questions?
Now, question.
Okay.
The softball,
We're not assigning that yet. We're expecting a retirement sometime in the fall, and me and Mr. Uptain have talked about trying to hire somebody that would be able to accept those
Okay.
coaching duties.
I'm aware of that, I just wanted
Yes,
to
sir.
make sure it was noted.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? All in favor? Unanimous.
Okay, 5, with the exception of head boys basketball, I'd like to recommend for this year.
Can I say something? I wanna, all 4 of those positions is what I want to pull out separately. All 4 of the basketball, including the girls.
Say that
That would be
again. All the
four.
boys and the girls,
Correct.
7 through 12, right?
Correct. And the golf is okay.
Okay, basketball, right? Okay. So we will pull out the hand basketball, we'll pull out that one.
It's 4 people right in the middle here.
The reason I say that is, you could have a change. If you have a change, then it could affect themselves.
Okay.
Okay, let me pose a question to the rest of them. All 5 is on one page, except these 4 that you want to pull out. Is it okay to vote on the rest of it just as a recommendation from, he's gonna have something to drink if he keeps having to read all these names out. So, what's on the paper besides these 4, is it okay for him to just recommend them, or you want him to call out the names?
I like the names.
Okay, call out the names.
Okay, for 5, Paul Benefield, head football, Steve Edge, assistant football, Brian Mashburn, assistant football, Tim Cochran, junior football, Chris Sidlowski, junior high baseball, Sean Wigley, boys and girls golf, Brandy Brown, head volleyball, Jenna Godwin, B team volleyball, softball and JV softball, Amanda Woodall, junior volleyball, Brad Thomas, baseball and JV baseball, Connie Cochran, varsity cheerleader, Ashley Bunce, junior high cheerleader.
Okay, you hear the recommendation to have a motion.
McMark.
Have a second.
So,
Any comments or questions? All in favor? It's unanimous.
Okay, coaching supplements for this upcoming year for 2014-2015 for Geraldine. Is there any that you'd like to pull? Okay, Tim Arnold, head football, James Gilbert, assistant football, junior boys basketball, 9th grade, baseball, Eric Kuykendall, assistant football, junior high baseball, Anthony Greason, assistant football, Brian Bearden, junior football, Kel Black, head boys basketball, Joey Rao, B team and assistant boys basketball, Tyler Brooks, junior boys basketball, 7th and 8th, JV baseball, Jeremy Smith, head girls basketball, JV girls basketball, Crystal Henderson, junior high girls basketball, Christy Brothers, head volleyball, Shasta Norwood, B-team volleyball, junior volleyball. Amy Black, softball. Devin Cable, junior, JV softball and junior high softball. Anthony Downs, boys and girls golf. Melissa Gilbert, varsity cheerleader, and Leah Smallwood, junior high cheerleader.
Okay, here's the recommendation, have a motion.
Make it.
Have a second.
Second.
Jeff, any questions? All in favor? Unanimous. Okay,
For Henniger, for this upcoming school year, Matt White, junior high middle boys basketball, 7th and 8th, and junior high middle girls basketball. Amber Traylor, junior high middle cheerleader.
okay, here's the recommendation, have a motion.
Motion.
Matt, have a second.
Second.
Jeff, any questions? All in favor? It's unanimous. Okay,
For Ider, is there any you'd like to pull? For Ider, for this upcoming year, Brent Tinker, head football. Robert Hanna, assistant football. Kyle Finch, assistant football, junior boys basketball, 9th grade, junior high girls basketball. Christopher Boggs, junior football, junior high baseball. Matthew Henderson, head boys basketball, B-team and assistant boys basketball. Mark McMahon, head girls basketball, JV girls basketball, B-team volleyball, and junior volleyball. Sherilyn Huber, head volleyball. Adam Watkins, baseball and JV baseball. David Hughes, softball, JV softball. Joanna Howell, varsity cheerleader, and Haley Bryant, junior high cheerleader.
okay, you hear the recommendation, have a motion. Mark, have a second.
Second.
Mr. Bobo, any questions? All in favor? It's unanimous.
Okay, for planning,
On this one, I would like to do a little different on this
Okay.
one.
what do you want to pull?
I want to, down to the girls' basketball, I'd like that to be separate, and the baseball pulled separate from the rest of it. You see what I'm saying? From the head football coach down to the B-team basketball and the baseball separate from, starting with Ms. Powell there with girls' basketball and the rest of that.
Okay. Now, I'm a little bit slow, so just bear with me, man. So, from the top down to where it says B-team, assistant boys basketball, you want to vote on them individually?
All of these right here, and this one, together. The rest of it.
Do the individual.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll, you can read all these plus that?
Then have a vote.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'd like to recommend for this upcoming school year for Plainview, Dale Pruitt, head football. Chris Clark, assistant football, softball, JV softball. Luke Pruitt, assistant football, junior boys basketball, 7th and 8th grade. Nathan Ledbetter, assistant football. Philip Johnson, junior football, junior high baseball. Robbie Coker, head boys basketball, junior boys basketball, 9th grade. Stanley Williams, B-team and assistant boys basketball. And Jeff Brooks, baseball and JV baseball.
Now, wait a minute, I'm having to draw a map around all these names here so we know what we're voting on. Okay, you hear the recommendation, do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Jeff. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Bobo. Do I have any comments or questions? All in favor? Let the record show that Mr. Richards, Mr. Bobo, Mr. Williams, and myself votes yes. All opposed? Mr. Sharp. Okay,
You want me to read the next individually or as a group?
You can do all those as a group.
What's left is a group, okay. All right, I'd like to recommend Heather Powell for head girls basketball, JV girls basketball. Whitney Hodges, junior high girls basketball and junior high softball. Skylar Gray, head volleyball, B-team volleyball. Amanda Slayton, junior volleyball. David Holt, tennis boys. Cody Coops, tennis girls. Brandy Selvage, varsity cheerleader, and Karen Curtin, junior high cheerleader.
okay, you hear the recommendation to have a motion?
Make a motion.
Jeff? Do I have a second?
Second.
Mark, I'll give you that. All in favor? Unanimous.
Okay. For rehangment for this upcoming year, I'd like to recommend Aaron Ashley, junior high boys basketball, 7th and 8th grade, and junior high girls basketball, and then Stacy Mason, junior high middle cheerleader.
Okay, here's a recommendation to have a motion.
Make a motion.
Jeff?
Second.
Mr. Bobo, second. Questions? All in favor? Unanimous.
Okay, for Sylvania, is there any we want to pull? Okay, for Sylvania, for this coming school year, Roger Haynes, head football, junior boys basketball, 9th grade, Matt Crum, assistant football, Glenn Haynes, assistant football, head boys basketball, B-team assistant boys basketball, Josh Moon, assistant football, baseball, JV baseball, Jared Carson, junior football, junior high girls basketball, Ben Pickett, junior boys basketball, 7th and 8th grade, Mark Dobbs, head girls basketball, JV girls basketball, Monique Kittle, head volleyball, B-team volleyball, Michelle Wilburn, junior volleyball, Holly Curry, softball, Alan Smart, JV softball, Cynthia Stevens, boys and girls tennis, and Miss Karen Pickett, varsity cheerleader and junior high cheerleader.
Okay, you hear the recommendation to have a motion?
Make a motion.
Pat? Second. Mark? Questions? All in favor? Unanimous.
Okay, for Valley Head, is there anyone to pull? Okay, I'd like to recommend Rusty Higdon, head football, Jerry Brown, assistant football, Jason Gregory, junior football, junior high girls basketball, baseball, JV baseball, Jamie Darwin, head boys basketball, B-team and assistant boys basketball, Jamie Vest, head girls basketball, JV girls basketball, Cindy Harrison, softball and JV softball, Judith Kreider, varsity and junior high cheerleader.
Okay, you hear the recommendation to have a motion?
Make a
Mark? Have a second.
Second.
Jeff? Questions? All in favor? Unanimous. Okay, item F.
Okay, we had some change of some language to the transfer of the ownership of the DeKalb County Schools Coliseum from Rainsville City. I'd like to recommend that we accept this, the terms and conditions of this transfer of ownership.
Okay, you hear the recommendation to have a motion?
Make a motion.
Jeff? Have a second.
second.
Mark? Okay, any comments or questions?
I think Mr. Cooper was good about keeping us updated as things we want to change, and real informative. He did a good job keeping us informed.
Yeah, I got a question.
Okay.
On D, on the first line there, the court, is, for Plainview High. Don't have a problem with that. That was in the original language. But the sentence right under it, says other beneficial purposes. Would that include, another school scheduling a basketball game at the Coliseum, that if it didn't conflict with, the
Home court.
home court?
I think so. Are you talking like in a situation where we might have a flood in
Would
the
that-
gym?
Would that wording be in there, or does it need to be worded?
I think that wording's a lot better than the original wording, and it does give a
Well, we did
Well, as long as it's understood that they, you know, personally, if I was a basketball coach, and the county tournament's coming up, I'd schedule a game in that Coliseum
Sure.
prior to that. That's just, and I've
That's a
been
good
asked-
idea, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think that might be
I've been asked that question, just as long as that wording would, take care of that, then I don't have a problem.
This here gives a lot more flexibility.
It
than the
does, a
word-
lot
the
more
first one,
flexibility,
Because
yeah.
the first was kind of restricted, and this should clear that up.
I think the way it's, I think the way it's stated here, I believe it's good. I mean, I think it's okay. And I think what Coach Bobo brought up, that could be done.
Yeah,
Okay.
the language I think allows that
I
easily.
think so too.
And I think too, I know along with Pee Wee Sports, they've been hosting a county tournament, they've allowed Pee Wee leagues, and I know they probably do this for high schools, allow them to schedule practices over there leading up to the tournaments. So I think this wording will leave flexibility for that.
I went to one of those Pee-wee, it's unreal, I mean, that place is about full.
Okay, we have a recommendation from the superintendent to accept this.
You got your motion to second.
We done got, oh yeah, we got a motion and a second already. All right, any other discussion? All in favor? It's unanimous. Okay.
The accounting manual. We've got to lay this on the table for 30 days. You have anything?
No, when the system-wide policy and procedures book was done, which y'all have laid on the table tonight, the accounting is a offset from that. And we updated a few things, and now we're just giving it to you for approval.
Okay. So we'll lay this on the table for 30 days in October. We'll be able to vote to accept or reject.
Okay. DEH? Thank you.
As
Well,
I was gonna say, we're glad to have you in your position.
Thank you for allowing us to speak also, we have nothing at this time.
Okay.
I've got just an announcement. I need to mention that Miss Tammy Womack, who's the bus driver at Henninger, was supposed to be bringing a new bus tonight for all of us to take pictures. Is she here? Where's she at? Thank you for coming. She's brought her brand new bus here, and I think we've got 10 drivers this year, got new buses. We want to invite everybody to go out and the board, let's get a picture with us out there with Miss Womack, and just we want to spread the good news. So we thank her for taking time out of her afternoon to be here with us, and thank her for her service to our schools.
Okay, next meeting, September 11th, 2014, 5 o'clock here for a budget hearing at 4:45. And probably have a short board meeting. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
May I have a second? Yeah, all in favor? Unanimous.
Good evening, Gordon.